I'm Chris Carmichael, and I'm here with CTS Senior Level Coach Brady Irwin. Brady is going to take you today through the workout. We have threshold ladder intervals on tap for you. It's a tough workout, but it's going to make you stronger.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Well, we've got a tough workout ahead of us here today, so let's get rolling. We're going to start with the warm-up. We've got 2 minutes of easy spinning, so let's get started. This video is designed to increase your power at lactate threshold, meaning you'll be able to sustain a higher pace on any terrain during road rides, time trials, triathlons, mountain bike races, criteriums, or any other cycling event. Increasing your maximum sustainable power or pace also means you'll find it easier to maintain your normal cruising pace for longer periods of time. In addition to the workout itself, this video will address specific topics related to your body position, cadence, pacing, nutrition, and hydration while cycling. The warm-up is a critical part of every workout. During this time, you dilate blood vessels to increase blood flow to the working muscles, activate energy systems, raise core temperature, and start the body's cooling mechanisms. You should also use this time to mentally prepare for the workout. Today we'll do 1 fast pedal interval and 2 1-minute max efforts during the warm-up. These short maximal efforts will allow you to maximize your productivity during the workout. So riders, let's go ahead and start. 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Looking good. We want to see that cadence 100 RPM or higher. Very good. Nice and steady in the saddle. Looking good, Jason. Keep it up. If you notice that at any point during your ride you're bouncing in the saddle, go ahead and lower your cadence slightly to get a smooth cadence and you don't move around in the saddle. "10 seconds. Great job. Keep that cadence high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. We've got 1 minute of easy pedaling here. Keep that cadence between 90 and 95 RPM.
Of all the components of fitness, power at lactate threshold responds very quickly to training. But it's very important that you train at the precise training range in order to get the right physiological adaptations to increase your power at lactate threshold. Ride too easy or ride too hard, you're not going to get an increase in your power at lactate threshold.
Next interval is going to be a maximal effort. Again, we want your cadence to be above 100 RPM, but be sure that you're not bouncing in the saddle. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and begin. As hard as you can go. Great work, keep it up. "30 seconds to go, Nate. Looking good." Great job, Jason. Nice high cadence. "5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and back it down. Great work, everybody. We've got 1 minute of easy spinning here in between. Be sure that you're starting to hydrate early on in your ride. If you're indoors, you don't have as much air moving across you as you would outdoors, so you need to be drinking at least 1 to 2 bottles every hour on the bike. Again, this is going to be another maximal interval, so cadence will be 100 plus RPM, and just go as hard as you can. The key is to get the muscles warmed up and get the blood flowing for your workout. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Great work. Looking good. You're more than halfway through this interval already. "15 seconds. Good work, Kelsey. Keep that upper body nice and loose. Just stay relaxed. All right, 3, 2, 1, and back that intensity down. Very good. We've got 3 minutes of easy spinning here, so be sure to grab a drink. Cadence should be 90 to 95 RPM. So we've got several minutes of recovery here in between the next interval. What this interval is going to be is it's going to be 3 different intensities. You're going to do your power interval intensity, your climbing repeat intensity, and your steady state intensity. We're going to do 2 minutes at power interval intensity, 4 minutes at climbing repeat intensity, and then 6 minutes at steady state intensity, and then you'll have 3 minutes of recovery in between. Cadence for the power intervals is going to be 100 plus RPM. And then for the climbing repeat and steady state intensities, you'll be at 90 to 100 RPM during those. All right, we're halfway through our recovery period here. If you haven't gotten anything to drink yet, be sure you get a little bit of a drink before you actually get started on this first interval. The intervals are 12 minutes in length, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to actually get a drink while you're doing the interval.
As an endurance athlete, it's important to understand that lactate is not your enemy. Lactate you'll burn and process along the way during your workout. For the threshold ladder intervals, the first effort is the most intense. This is going to spike the lactate in your body. Your body is going to start to burn it and process it along the way, so you gain power and strength as you do this workout.
All right, we've got about 30 seconds left here before we get going with this first interval. How are the legs feeling already, Lindsay?
Warmed up.
All right, good.
It's good.
Good. Okay, we've got 10 seconds here before we get going with this next interval. Again, these are threshold ladder intervals. We'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Power interval intensity, so 100 RPM plus. The key is for these power interval intensities is just go as hard as you can during those. Looking good, Julie. Keep it up. Great work. "30 seconds left at power interval intensity, and then you'll drop down to climbing repeat intensity. You're doing great. Be sure to stay nice and relaxed. Nate, you're looking good. Starting to work up a sweat there. 15 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down to climbing repeat intensity. If you're using heart rate, be sure to pay attention to perceived exertion. You will notice that there is a little bit of a lag time in your heart rate response. So as you're riding along, you're going to need to focus a little more on the actual feel of the ride until your heart rate responds and drops down to that intensity range that you're shooting for. Very good, everybody. Cadence between 90 and 100 RPM, looking nice and steady in the saddle. Keep that upper body relaxed, Jason. You're doing great. Okay, you're doing great. We're already 2 minutes through our 4-minute effort here at climbing repeat intensity. If you're using a power meter, you'll notice that it is actually an instantaneous response to the work that you're doing, unlike heart rate. So just be sure that you're paying attention to those numbers. Power will fluctuate a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. The key is you want that average for that interval to be within your ranges. How you feeling, Jim? Tough? All right, good. Keep it up. Okay, we've got 15 seconds left at your climbing repeat intensity before we drop down to that steady state intensity. We'll be at steady state for 6 minutes, so you've got a little bit of time ahead of you here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and drop down. Steady state intensity. If you need to shift to an easier gear, go ahead and do that now. Steady state's an intensity just below your lactate threshold. So over the last 6 minutes, you've been above your lactate threshold, accumulating more and more lactate as you're pedaling on. As you drop below steady state, your body can more easily buffer the lactate that you've been building up. So this effort, as you get further in, should feel a little easier with time. If at any point you guys need to get out of the saddle, stretch your back out a little bit, feel free to do that. You don't need to remain seated the entire 12-minute interval. Doing great. Also, hand position can make a big difference while you're doing a workout. Moving your hands throughout can not only change your body angle, but also relieve a little bit of pressure off the hands. Okay, we're halfway through the steady state portion of your interval. You guys are doing a great job. Just keep that cadence at 90 to 100 RPM. If you need to switch your gearing at all, feel free to do that. Nutrition is a very important part of your training. When you're on the bike, you're burning predominantly carbohydrates, and it's important to have either a drink or a gel packet that can actually help fuel your ride. GU is an excellent source for that. You get both your carbohydrates and a little bit of sodium as well to help your body actually absorb the water that you're ingesting.
During these longer intervals, you're going to be in a static position for a long time. It's okay to get up out of the saddle, to stretch your lower back, to be able to alleviate some of the pressure on the legs. As you do this, shift to a slightly bigger gear or harder gear so you can get a little more tension as you get up out of the saddle. It'll allow you to stretch your lower back, your glutes, also take a little more tension off your muscles. So when you sit back down, remember to shift back to that easier gear so you stay in that same cadence range that we're recommending.
All right, we've got 1 minute left, Kelsey. You're doing great. Keep that cadence 90 to 100 RPMs. Feel free to move your hands around on the hoods there if you need to, all right? Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed, Jason. There you go. Loose grip on the bars. Excellent. You feel like you're about an 8 out of 10?
I'm right there.
All right, good, good. How you doing, Lindsay?
Good.
Okay.
Working.
All right, keep it up. Nice and steady in the saddle. You're doing great. Okay, Jim, we've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and back it down. All right, we've got 3 minutes of recovery here in between. Go ahead and take it nice and easy. We want to see that cadence 80 to 90 RPM. Very good. There you go, Jason. Thank you. Very welcome. Okay, we're halfway through the recovery portion here. This is a very important time to actually drink because the intensity is lower. How are you feeling today?
Good.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. How was the last interval for you?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Was it tough?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure.
Tough as the
prior one.
All right. Okay, we've got 15 seconds here until we get into the second interval. Again, threshold ladder intervals is what we're doing today. Start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Power interval intensity. Again, this is at maximal intensity. Cadence should be 100 plus RPM. Great job, Nate. Just be sure you're keeping a nice loose grip on those aero bars. Great work. If you're having a hard time keeping that 100 plus RPM, go ahead and shift to an easier gear. Spinning a higher cadence may actually help you to increase your power as well. Great job, Kelsey. Keep it up. Looking good. "30 seconds left at power interval intensity, Jason. You're doing great. Keep it up. "10 seconds. Finish this power interval intensity strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back it down to that climbing repeat intensity. Keep those legs turning. Cadence can drop a little bit, 90 to 100 RPM. Very good. We've got 4 minutes here at climbing repeat, so just keep that cadence, 90 to 100 RPM. Check your heart rate range, check your power. Okay, y'all are looking great. We're more than halfway through this climbing repeat intensity, so stay focused. You're doing great, Jim. Keep it up. Cadence looks really good. One minute left here. 1 minute left at climbing repeat. Great work. Nate, at any time, if you need to go to the horns, feel free to, all right? There you go. Change that hand position up a little bit. Okay, we've got 15 seconds here left at climbing repeat. We'll go down to steady state intensity here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, if you need to shift it to an easier gear, feel free to do so now. We've got 6 minutes at steady state intensity. Great work. As I'm sure you have already noticed, riding indoors, you actually tend to sweat more. And a lot of the reason is you don't have as much air moving across your body. So setting up a fan is a very good option. Also, paying really close attention to your hydration is very important.
Threshold ladder intervals are a great way for building power on any terrain, but especially for rolling hills. These intervals will give you the power to be able to climb those hills, carry the momentum over the top, and speed down the hill so you can carry that momentum up the next hill. This works for you if you're a triathlete, cyclist, or mountain biker.
All right, great work. You're already halfway through the steady state portion. Only 3 minutes to go now. 3 minutes to go. Great work. This is where that concentration really plays into key here. The intervals start to get tough. You're starting to fatigue a little bit. How you holding up there, Jason?
Doing well.
All right. All right, keep it up. Threshold ladder intervals can play a very important part in actually preparing yourself for a race. Doing these very intensities trains your body to buffer lactate more effectively. At these higher intensities, you're building up lactate faster than your body can dispose of it, but as you drop down below steady state, your body is actually able to expel that lactate that is accumulating. Looking good back here, Kelsey. Keep it up. 2 minutes to go. A little less than 2 minutes. All right, we've got 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and nice and easy. Back it down. Jason, would you like a goo?
Please, thank you.
There you go. Kelsey, would you like one? Or you're good? All right. Laura, you good? Okay. Jim, would you like a goo?
Thanks, Brady.
There you go. What about you, Nate?
Sure.
All right.
All right,
It's about 100 calories there, so a really quick shot of energy. Almost all carbohydrates, so it'll work out great for you. Lindsay, what about you?
Sure.
All right. You're welcome. Carbohydrates is the predominant source of energy that's burnt during our workout. And a product like goo is a perfect example of something that fuels your workout and does it very effectively. Each goo gel has about 100 calories in it and is almost immediately delivered to the muscles. So it's a great energy source. All right, we've got 1 minute of recovery left here before we get going with the next interval. So be sure you're grabbing a drink here in this last minute. Keep in mind that as little as a 3% decrease in body mass during a workout can actually lead to a 10% decrease in performance. So it can play a big impact in your actual overall results, Nate. Everybody feeling recovered? Yeah? All right. Well, we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Power interval intensity. This is a maximal intensity, everybody. Ramp it up. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Good job. Give it everything you got, Kelsey. Good work. Come on. Looking good, Jason. Crush it, buddy. Keep it up. You're already halfway through. Y'all are doing great. Way to dig deep, Lauren. Keep it up. Come on. "30 seconds left of your power interval intensity. Looking good. Come on. Finish strong here. "15 seconds to go. Stay focused here these last 15 seconds. All right, we'll back it down to climbing repeat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down to climbing repeat intensity. Cadence will be 90 to 100 RPM here. Looking good. Be sure that when you're riding indoors, you're actually shifting around in the saddle a little bit. It'll help prevent numbness and increase blood flow to the groin. Also, changing hand position throughout can help alleviate some discomfort that you may be having. Great job. Okay, we're gonna back down that intensity to your steady state intensity here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and back it down. Shift down a gear to make it easier. Looking good, Lori, keep it up. How you feeling?
Good.
All right. Kelsey, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, very good. Keep it up. Again, your cadence should be 90 to 100 RPM during this steady state portion. So,
For this workout, in regards to frequency, if you're an experienced cyclist or triathlete, you can do this workout back to back, forming a 2-day training block. If you're a novice cyclist or triathlete, you may want to break it up by doing this workout once, giving yourself a recovery day, and then following it up with another hard workout like this.
setting goals for yourself is a very important thing to do. Not only does it help to keep you motivated, but it gives you that drive in the long winter months when you're sitting on the trainer. The key is to set the goals for yourself and not necessarily for others. If they're not your own personal goals, it's not as motivating throughout the season. All right, everybody, you're already halfway through the steady state portion of the interval. This is the final interval of the day, so don't feel like you need to hold anything back through this, okay? For those ranges, I want you to be at the upper end of whatever your steady state range might be. Remember, they're all different for each of you, so pay attention to your own ranges. Good job, Nate. Come on, buddy. Keep it up. Keep it up. There you go, Jason. Dig deep here. Dig deep. Great job, Lori. As you're getting more and more tired throughout, just try and keep that upper body relaxed, okay? Just focus on keeping the shoulders loose, elbows bent a little bit. Okay. You're doing great, though. 1 minute to go, everybody. You're doing great. Finish out strong here. Only 1 minute left. Excellent job, Lindsay. Cadence is spot on. Keep it up. All right, you've only got 15 seconds left. You all have done a great job today. Keep it up all the way through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back it down. Nice and easy. We've got 8 minutes of cool down here, and you're done for the day. You all have done an amazing job today.
Threshold ladder intervals are a great workout, especially for the bicycle racers. It's important when you do this workout, that first effort is really hard. Just like in a bike race, when you attack and establish that breakaway, you slowly start to back it down as you get the breakaway established to where you're working just at lactate threshold. This workout simulates what you're going to see happen in a bike race. Great for building the power at and above lactate threshold.
Within 30 to 45 minutes after exercise, you actually have a time frame that's called the glycogen window. And what this allows your body to do is actually uptake glycogen more easily than what it typically does. So you can actually replenish your glycogen stores in your muscles more quickly and more effectively than what you would. This helps prepare you for the next workout and the following workouts to come. One key is to be sure that your training is consistent. Every workout should have a purpose in order to make your training time more effective, especially if you have very little time to actually train. All right, everybody. Well, you did an amazing job today. We are officially done with the workout. So great work, and thank you all for taking the time to do this workout today.
All right, thanks for pushing.
Great job today, everybody. You did a great workout, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves and suffered a little bit at the same time.